What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yoon. You're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. I checked out Ip Man for the finale. Yes, this is supposed to be the last one, and I'm sure it's the last one. At least the last one for Donnie Yen and director Wilson Yip. Donnie Yen was, of course, in all 4 of these films, and Wilson Yip was the director for all of these 4 films as well. They have worked together in other martial arts films, but this will be the last of their Ip Man franchise. And I'm glad, because this is kind of like exploitation era filmmaking, because if you don't already know, even though Bruce Lee died, there was the Bruceploitation era of films where they kept on making Bruce Lee films even after he died. It's because audience wanted to see more. It was very popular. It was big box office, and they got other actors, other Asian actors, and even a black actor to play Bruce Lee. The black actor was called Bruce Leroy. Anyways, now we got Ip Man exploitation films, because Donnie Yen isn't the only actor that played Ip Man. There's like other ones. There's like 3 other Ip Man movies and 2 TV shows about Ip Man. Anyways, if you don't already know, Ip Man is the real life master of Bruce Lee. And then they made 4 films, but as the films progressed, it started becoming more and more fictional. Like, they just put the character into more adventures. The first one was the most true to real life as it got. And then the second one, while it did continue his story, they threw in more, they dramatized it more for, entertainment's sake. The third one is more for entertainment, less fiction. And now the fourth one, I feel, is like 100% fiction with 100%, fiction with a little bit of true things, true elements about it, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, how is the movie? Well, first of all, I'll say that every single Ip Man film is great. The first one is the best. Second one, I'll probably put at the bottom. I really like the third one, I'll put that as second. And the fourth one, I'll probably say is the third one, but they're all great films. And the reason why this one I put in third place is because, well, first of all, great fight scenes. We're here for the fight scenes. This one's also an emotional story, just like the third one. In fact, they all kind of have an emotional story on it. But this one also has an emotional aspect to it because, this is Ip Man, the finale. And this one deals a lot with xenophobia, because, here Ip Man is in America, along with a bunch of like other Chinese people who are trying to build a life for themselves in America, and there's a lot of racism going on, and I think a lot of people really like this movie because it really brings it back to home with the subject matter of racism, immigration, xenophobia, and all that, all these kind of things. A lot of that stuff is going on right now in real life. And it also happens, it's like a subject matter for this film. It's like the premise of this film. And then they just happen to wrap some big action scenes, like fight scenes, around the concept of xenophobia. And it really, really works. I mean, the story works, the action works, and then the story they wrote for the characters works around this concept. And it creates for some really great antagonists, such as, for example, the United States government, as well as Scott Adkins, who plays this really, really racist and hateful military, U.S. military leader, like a sergeant or a drill sergeant or I don't even know what his real rank is, but he's just a really bad guy. And of course, at some point in time, Donnie Yen and him have to fight, which is awesome because Scott Adkins is not only a great stunt actor, but a really great martial artist. So it was great to see them fight. But there's some really great moments in this film, and it's driven by a really good story. It's not just people fighting all the time. There's a really great story there because, like, Donnie Yen's character, he's got a personal story going on. He's trying to really have a connection with his son, right? At the same time, he has to deal with a lot of other Chinese problems in America, which is a land that's very foreign to him. And so he's not accepted in his environment. And that really creates for a lot of problems because now it's not just him fighting racist Americans, but it's him fighting other Chinese. And that that's also a real problem as well, right? Because, you know, everybody's just trying to look out for themselves and not each other. So I love the themes in this movie. I love a lot of the fight scenes. They're very, very well choreographed. Of course, you know, the master Yuen Woo-ping, who was the choreographer for the Matrix and the Kill Bill films, he's there to do the action. So very, very creative, innovative, and really hard-hitting action is there. And what can I say? It's just another great Ip Man film from director Wilson Yip and Donnie Yen. It's an emotional piece. It's got a great story to it. And one of the greatest moments is the Bruce Lee moment. Oh man. Okay, there's a Bruce Lee fight in this film. And I never thought I would feel this. But I actually got goosebumps. I got goosebumps during the Bruce Lee fight. And you know, I love Bruce Lee. He is my biggest hero in real life. But seeing him on screen I didn't think that it would be so nostalgic. Like just watching his mannerisms, the way he acts, the way he fought. Like you see, the style is totally different, and he just captured Bruce Lee like in real life, and it was just so amazing to see him back on screen. And I felt that was the best scene in the entire movie. Like that fight scene was very, very nostalgic and exciting, and a great moment in this movie. So there you have it. Anyways, I'm gonna give this film an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, highly recommended. If you're a Kung Fu fan, if you're a Donnie Yen fan, and if you're an Ip Man fan, go check this film out. It is highly recommended. Gonna give it an 8 out of 10, and I'm glad they're done with this franchise. It no longer needs to go on, unless you want to continue the fictional adventures of Ip Man. As always, if you enjoyed this review, hey, you know what? Before I end it, I just want to say I would love to see Wilson Yip direct a continuation of this with Bruce Lee as the main character. Now that would be awesome. Wilson Yip directing the actor who played Bruce Lee in this movie in his own film. That would be freaking awesome. As always, and have Donnie Yen in flashbacks, like Ip Man flashbacks. Like it's not his film, it's a Bruce Lee film, but Donnie Yen's still in it as Ip Man in some flashback scenes. That's a great idea. As always, if you enjoyed this film review, you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.